stoic face. Intro stinger. Self-deprecation joke. 2019. That's this year. And it's over. Is it too late to start over? I think we could do better if we give it another try. Bad year. Not the worst, but a new disheartening kind of uninvolved. Dead, if you will. 2019 was 2018 forgetting to end. A slumping year continued falling apart in front of our very eyes. Not to assume that it would have been any better if this wasn't the case, but this was not the year to get my popular music by way of radio. You think you had it bad paying attention to Billboard's top 20 for your music? Do not get me started on radio. I'd love to gab your ear off about how stations already don't know what the hell to do about pop music these days, because wowza, it fell apart. Hope you like Sucker, Talk, Bad Guy, Senorita, and Ariana, because that's what you're stuck with. None of the interesting stuff that made the year great for other people came anywhere close to radio. Even if it was, this year was crap. Maybe you found it delightfully weird. I found it fantastically absent. The pop was pathetic, the rap was indistinguishable, the country was on my radio. Blanco Brown. I haven't relied so heavily on listening to my frickin' iPod since 2011. Decade ended like it started. But then, I was too cool for pop music. Now I just couldn't be more disappointed. How disappointed? Join me as I begrudgingly explain... The top 10 worst songs of 2019, subsection pop music. Number 10. So this year in North America, California fires burnt all parts of the state. Here in the Midwest, we basically skipped fall. It was 85 degrees in October. Another hurricane flattened a Caribbean island, and a volcano spouted in LA. Wait, that was a VHS tape I saw. Felt like something like that happened. And to cap it all off, we're led by a pestilent child who can't trust the professionals who track the hurricanes for a living. And that's just my continent. Everywhere has its own problems. I mean, what kind of world are we living in? We gotta do something for this planet. Ooh, I know! A charity single! We love the earth! I don't know why I expected anything here. Oh, Mr. Dick. You tried? No, you didn't. This thing wasn't about charity or the earth. It was a failed attempt at relevance. Non-ironic or non-creative charity singles are never good. And most of the time, you can just ignore the song and donate directly to the cause. This thing's not just a charity single, it's a comedy song! Drink milk from a tits. Comedy song. The jokes are so diverse. You've got, tee-hee, that was a bad word. Or, haha, that was really sexual. Or, lol, that's a basic animal observation. The jokes are also not funny. 5+ minutes of your time spent in pure embarrassment. It's really pathetic how unfunny this thing is. Trigger warning, I'm going to be making some comparisons to last year's song, which was nobody's favorite. It's a better song, and here's why. Always keep in mind, I'm not praising this because it's a baccalaureate masterclass in comedy. In fact, it's terrible as a comedy song. I'd say it worked more as just a song. Thanks, Kendall Jenner! At its heart, it's a good beat and a good chorus. The song had to be enjoyable for even the worst comedy to land.
How's Dick staying perched up on his balls like that?
That'd be totally insufferable if the music was shit.
We love the earth.
There's 50 guest artists on this thing, and he's the one who sings the chorus. That'd be like if I joined a rock band and said, yeah, I can play guitar. I know one song, but that's good enough, right? It's no surprise he smothered his voice in so much production cheese. It practically sounds like a whole different person. Or Dicky's just a nice guy, and he wanted his singing to automatically be worse than his guests.
My anus is huge.
He sounds like ass, while he forces Bieber to talk about monkey ass. There's your other Friday comparison. The jokes aren't all just observations. Once again...
How's Dick staying perched up on his balls like that?
That isn't just saying boys have dicks. It's set by confusion and perspective. Almost as good as, look at this animal. Yep, that's a fact. So basically, it's don't wanna know with jokes.
Don't wanna know, no. We love the earth.
There's 2 songs Adam Levine pretends he's in a band.
We are the vultures, feed on the dead.
It's nice that the featured artists were only left with head scratchers of bad jokes. Dicky kept the best for himself.
We forgive you, Germany.
Noble to go down with your sinking ship, asshole. Ironic, being that nobody will forgive you for Freaky Friday. With all that, we only sit at number 10. Why? Its own failure. It spent 1 week in the top 20 and 5 more failing to be in the top 40. The only way to hear the thing was looking it up yourself, which nobody did because nobody liked it. And now, I'm honestly giving it slack because it was so pathetic and ignorable, I can't be that mad. Except with all those guest features and the only one that works is Little John. What a nightmare. Number 9.
So I'm making it worse.
Kids, they grow up so fast. I'm happy to announce that the boy has at least moved to music that's catchy enough it's not auto-trashed. Lots of Lucid Dreams still bleeds through this, but it is way better this time around. That was fun, pretending that I care about the music in a Jumble World song. Let's talk about metaphors!
She told me put my heart in the bag.
It's ironic every video is produced by a site called Lyrical Lemonade because Joyce is a god-awful lyricist. If it's a half-baked metaphor or a nonsensical reference, he'll do his best to not only use it, but overemphasize it until it's just funny.
This shit funny.
Now that's something we can agree on.
She told me put my heart in the bag.
Here we go again. Another song about how love and vulnerability are bad. And he's right. A relationship is like having a gun to your head. Well, if you're 12 and your first week-long relationship went south, it doesn't really work in any other situation.
My dad told me was never let your woman know when you're insecure.
Great call there, Dad World. If you're as insecure and witless as your son, I have no idea how you managed to procreate. Flexing is exactly what you do to prove how secure you are. Like the guy in a red sports car. Proves nothing about you is micro. Guys, millions of SoundCloud children are riddled with microsecurity. Donate now and we can give them the help they need. A ghostwriter.
Now I'm running from your love. I'm not fast.
Don't tee me up like that, Jared. You're definitely not fast upstairs. But I get it. I was never able to outrun any girlfriends. That's why I can't get out of any relationships.
I need to phone home.
I'm really sputtering. Feed me some lines. I'm dying over here. We could be here all day, but it'll always go the same way. Higgins will prove time and time again he's an underdeveloped child who can't work his way around a pen. All girls are the same. More like all Juice WRLD songs are the same. He's the one who should have baby in his name. Wah, wah, wah. Bitch, I'm Jared Higgins. Number 8. Let's talk about country music for a few. Or better yet, how about we don't? Country music is the worst. It's the only genre I don't ever find a silver lining with. The musicianship is flat, the theming is trash, the whole self-impressed tone over nothing rubs me the wrong way. If you like country, more power to you, but I'm never gonna like it. That's exactly why I watched this year's CMA Music Fest in its entirety. August, nothing on TV, my mother looked like she could use some company. So I sat with my little script, consuming a product I hate, and I discovered a really beautiful train wreck. Bad songs need reviewing.
Knockin' boots.
Country songs just write themselves. Alcohol and trucks and girls, trite and shallow. Even I'll admit that country music isn't that cut and dry. But Luke Bryan, he might hate country music more than I do. Luke gives off the impression of a magazine clothes model who decided, you know what, country music is easy enough, I'll do that.
Friday nights need to do.
I'm gonna say this a lot this video, but what the hell is this guy's voice? It sounds like Kermit the Frog has a terrible Kenny Chesney impression. At least Kermit would be funny. This is just sad. With the singing, fine, whatever. He's just a bro country guy. But the songwriting is repulsive. You know what's great? Stereotypes. Gallons of them.
Nice needs whiskey.
Before we go forward, I need to rant here. Need is one of the worst words in the English language. It implies necessity, a requirement. Maybe it's from working an unfathomable amount of fast food in my day, but the number of times some lady rolls up exclaiming, I need 6 sausage muffins? Do you need that much food? Or are you just a gluttonous Wall-E blob? You want 6 muffins. You would like to have 6 muffins. Use the word need, Karen, and I might just skip your order on purpose. Does your ice really need whiskey, or are you just a bitch who can't do straight liquor like a man? This is coming from a guy who's had 4 shots total. I drink rank IPAs. That's the ticket. The ice example is more of a cute example. This song is way more evil than that.
That dress needs to slip off.
So, in this society, most might convey that as bad. I think need is a derogatory word, so I might interpret it as maybe a little rapey. Luke never really says that this woman he's talking to is his girl, so it comes off like he needs some stranger to need his stranger. Yeah, no girl needs to do that.
Boys like me need girls like you to kiss me.
Now it's pathetic and rapey. You're a country superstar, and you need to beg chicks to get with you?
Boots need knocking. Knocking boots.
There it is. I totally wouldn't want to end up with somebody who builds a song gimmick and then has to abandon it mid-song. She sure is hokey, and not in a charming way. More in an alien trying to replicate human rural music. The title line just sounds like an admission of guilt to this humiliating demand for sex. I need a shower. Number 7. Speaking of things that need to stop.
But look at her now. Watch her go.
What is this? Year 5 I've been bitching about Selena Gomez? How is she still around?
Oh, girl, but you found out.
Well, I'll give her this. She hasn't gotten any better at singing. Oh, that's not a compliment. I've clowned on Imagine Dragons and Maroon 5 despite some years of success, and I get why people stick by them. There were good times. What does a Selena Gomez fan have to remember her by? Hell, what does a Selena Gomez fan even look like? I know that comment is down there. I'm just asking you, why are you a fan? And if your answer is completely unrelated to music, we cool. The girl is a Disney kid, and she chose the wrong career path. I'm still willing to bet she'd have a fine career as an actress, because singing is not supposed to sound this forced.
Of course she was sad, but now she's glad she dodged a bullet.
Incredibly, that's the least of this song's problems. Like you probably did, I came into listening to this assuming it was bad. The intro gave me a giggle, and I had no idea what was coming. Maybe you don't know what's coming. And if so, I am very sorry for subjecting you to this. Wow, look at her now. I'ma put it lightly. What the f*** is that? It's like Selena sensed she was gonna miss this list and thought, why don't I make an auto-turd right as lists get formed? How bad can I possibly make a chorus? She's even shocked. She outdid herself. No longer does she have the bad chorus of the past. It's about the bad chorus of the present. It's like right now. It's like... The purpose is still what eludes me here. Terrible thing to form a song around. Weird over-sexualized posse video. Long blonde ponytail. Oh my god, this is her attempt at an Ariana Grande song.
I want it. I got it.
The timing is too perfect. Sure, the kid got jealous of the more successful adult child star, and Mommy, I want to be famous again too! Fame is a subjective conquest. As we speak, look at her now has torpedoed out of the top 30, and like Earth, factors into my limited pride in the populace to make good listening decisions. We have spoken, and maybe this Selena Gomez experiment can finally end. For now, all she made was the worst Crash Test Dummies cover of all time. Number 6. Feels good to pick on an easy target. Beats the hell out of being terribly disappointed.
Wake up with your girlfriend.
This song is a quintessential female power fantasy. What's wrong with that? Take it away, Rich Evans.
Superman, the concept is basically, it's what they call a power fantasy. It means you can't make me go to bed. I'm Superman. I mean, they're projecting themselves in that.
You see, the power fantasy is exactly that, a fantasy. In some pipe dream, Ariana can tell you to can your current relationship because... What's the defense for this behavior? She's an omnipotent goddess commanding you to trash your relationship for her. God is a woman! I know there's songs about wanting to screw a guy. I know there's songs about wanting a guy to get out of a relationship to be with the singer. But usually there's some problem with the relationship, or the guy is unhappy, or more of an excuse than... There's actually a song that did this well. Long title though. Something like, break up with your boyfriend, I'm bored. Wait a minute.
You got me some type of way.
It really doesn't start bad. She talks about how she feels and how much she wants to be with this dude. This song would be perfectly fine if she didn't give up for the chorus. Or maybe she thought that title was badass and didn't have the stones to write a 3-minute song as an ice queen. What matters is half-assing the premise makes it particularly worthless as a quality piece of music. And it's only number 6 because the title is the only real deal-breaking problem. Take away the chorus, it's all fine. Average jealousy song, and it's Ariana Grande. She doesn't devalue her work usually, but she doesn't sound like she could give a shit during the chorus. Well, duh, about her attitude in the lyrics. I'm talking about the performance. Never thought I could describe Ariana as apathetic, but maybe she hates this song too, and I'll relish in our false mutual hatred of this travesty. Number 5. Oh High Hopes, the cool for the summer of 2018. That polarizing Travster piece has drawn both hatred and love depending on who you ask. I thought and still think it had its own place during a year too flat to deserve it. That or it's a disappointment unworthy of Brendon Urie's high potential. And that's a truly tricky thing. I talked about how a month ago, one of Panic's songs made my top 100. Hopes have always been high with these guys. And that's why having to talk about Brendon and his mother is pretty disheartening.
Hey, look, Ma, I made it.
Man, I've been rooting for Brendon and Panic for so long, and they finally made it. It was such a shame that this was a failure. The world completely ignored the band, and Fueled by Ramen didn't have the influence to take care of respectable acts with other bands like Fall Out Boy and Paramore. Even when they stood apart from the imitators like them, they just could not reach any kind of popular measurement. As they dwindled and a career as a professional music act became an impossible dream, Panic at the Disco fell into the darkness, and Brendon Urie had to follow in the footsteps of his second cousin. He became the best damn Globe salesman he could be. And 13 years of failure finally got them a hit! I gotta stop hitting the sarcasm juice every time I write these. There's a great deal of sour juju that comes with making a song about Fame 13 years into releasing music. Actually, there's nothing wrong with a song about Fame. The problem is calling your art, "Hey look ma, I made it." You can find this piece in the mat next to "Check It Out, No Hands." That's the kind of shit people put on signs outside of the Today Show. Except there, it's cute. Here it's, what could I name my braggy Fame anthem? Oh, I know, The Worst Thing. Thanks for the help with the hit song, Mommy. Maybe she should have written the song with all this artsy-fartsy lyricism.
Oh, they're honeysuckle phonies.
There's nothing worse than honeysuckle phonies. Those are even worse than rhubarb gut tiddlywinkers. Did the man find his first thesaurus, or does he think making the lyrics as obtuse and lofty as possible will make him sound smarter? It's overcompensating, almost like the repeated title has 2 attention grabbers in it. Hey! Look! Mom! Trumpets! Maybe if you throw more unnecessary sound at us, my hearing will shut itself down and I won't need to hear your lame-ass verses.
All my life been hustling and tonight is my appraisal.
I've never thoroughly explained this problem. I present meter. Meter is the way accents and emphases are put on a musical phrase to stress the beat. It's a very important factor for singers to utilize. Done well, it can change the emotional impact for the better.
You brought the flames and you put me through hell.
Done poorly, it sounds lifeless. Combine a lack of meter with random accenting, and it sounds like he doesn't care.
They celebrate my medals or they want to take my trophies.
I always have bad reactions to bad meter and forced syncopation because it never earns any slack. It sounds like he came up with the rhythm 10 minutes before recording, so he could fit words in there with as many syllables as he can. All in all, it's my favorite eye roller of the year. But what else can you expect from such a honeysuckle phony?
Are you ready for the sequel?
No more sequels. Number 4. Hey look guys, I hate it. Yeah, I hear you. I'm the only person on this planet who hates this song. Quick recap of my thoughts. It's a stale recycling of already existing pop elements into a song that's 60% finished and not worth the time. It hides behind Sam Smith manipulating you into thinking his high falsetto is guaranteed emotional depth. Normani still has a crappy singing voice, and his happy music videos exist, because everyone involves her dancing as sexually charged as possible, which is not always a bad thing. It just is when its song is this meaningless. Phoned-in performances on a song made out of droning and spare parts. But that's just me, and I'm stupid. Why do I even hate this song? Maybe I just need to listen to it with fresh ears. So yeah, I'm gonna react to this. I'm gonna start it right now. Here we go.
It's pretty clear, so I don't wanna be alone tonight, alone to take control. I know, baby,
That's gross. Why is he singing like that? What's with the volume control? Like, when he's quiet, he can't get over his own voice, but when he's loud, he's too loud. Ah. Oh my god, there's a vibraphone. Ah! I'm an idiot. I didn't know there was a vibraphone in this song. Wow. Woo! Why does she sound like that? These are singers that I should not ever listen to. My favorite vocal performance? Vibraphone. For sure. Oh my god, the song is still going? What? You just sang that. Why are you doing that again? Oh god. Oh god. The bass and those harmonies. Oh, fuck. Did they just slow down Sam Smith? Did they slow him down so that he could hit notes at the middle range? Well, that was fucking bad. But what did you guys have to say about it on Twitter? Lots of production praise, huh? Oh, like the feeling of drowning and the shittiest beat of the decade?
alone tonight, alone tonight. Left your mark on me, I won't show.
Guess I'm not a fan of being bored to death. Normani sounds better than Sam.
Look what you made me do.
Look what you made me do.
Maybe? It's like picking which type of vinegar you'd rather have sprayed in your eyes. At least when it's apple cider vinegar, it smells nice. Production is sleek and relaxing. Yawn. Good vocal chemistry. Well, maybe if there's an award for the weirdest vocal combination, especially if you like Piasa Forte and Rasp. Combo that should never work well. Perfect. Thanks, Billy. I love Boyka's Annie gif. My response is this unrelated Jeff gif. Let's finish this off with an observation I haven't made yet.
Look what you made me do.
This song is a verse, chorus, verse, chorus, chorus. I don't say they phoned this in to prove my laziness, I'm proving theirs. Sam sounds like he could not give any more shits about the song when he gets there. It's also why I compare it to This Is What You Came For, and that dumb part of the chorus that deflates. These songs are like leaky balloons, and all that's left is a sad reminder of failure. And that's why Dancing with a Stranger is one of the best songs of the year. Give me a break, y'all. Number 3. Some songs are broken from the start. Either it's Selena Gomez's fault, or the concept was doomed from looking at the title twice, or your song is made for the wrong reasons. But sometimes, failure is not the mission. The artist is good, there's something to write about, and there was a vision. And sometimes it just sounds like shit.
Wearing a ring, but
It was rough coming to the decision to call this worse than Boy Bib, but that song isn't terrible in some parts. 7 Rings is non-stop hatred. It's like a movie with an 80-minute runtime that feels like 4 hours. Even subjecting yourself to 10 seconds of it is torture. Hope you enjoy getting bragged at.
breakfast at Tiffany's and bottles of bubbles.
Good thing that's what it's about. I've always loved these songs of hers. Especially... And... Oh, that's right. She's better than that. But she's got an excuse.
Been through some bad shit, I should be a savage.
That's it? I guess it's a step above I'm bored. Look, I've had a terrible year myself, but that doesn't mean I deliberately make my content quality worse.
Go back to crappy camera audio.
Make the audio work, point the video at the wall. You know, my life's crappy, so I can make the quality of the video crappy.
This is active self-sabotage. It's like if Macklemore started rapping like Vanilla Ice. Why fall so hard? I can't even find a comparison point to this fall. I think she's made the worst not at all humble brag song. At least Nicki talks about how great she is. At least the 20 random over-sexualized flash in the pans who showed up this year had no reputation to lose. At least Iggy Azalea never tried to be something she's not. Besides wasting pen time on such a worthless conceit as flaunting wealth, Ariana makes this song worse with those clunky verse deliveries. And taunts us more with the singing.
Happiness is the same price as red bottom.
I've never liked My Favorite Things, but just the fact that she sings is an ugly reminder that she truly is better than this song. But I can't let it slide. It's like Look What You Made Me Do. Ariana was seeing what she could get away with, and trashy bragging didn't break her sales numbers. Although, it did break my faith that she's not above low quality. If God was a woman, it's not her. Number 2.
3-2. There it is!
I actually watched the World Series this year and was very much entertained. Not only did the team that win do it as overwhelming underdogs, no team won a home game. That's so amazingly stupid, I just had to root for the Nationals. Even if they didn't want me to root for them because of the choice of their rally song. God, why? You know what? It would be nice to be a kid again. Not be burdened by some requirement for music to sound good. As long as it's happy and loud, it's perfect. Substance and thinking, bah humbug. Kids are the worst. This is basically bullying, but it deserves it. Our leaders of the future need quality content to grow up with. And I think PBS Kids has a better shot than YouTube. Especially when those people have no obligation to make quality kids content. But they did make that sweet, sweet ad revenue. Process those instruments to all hell. Get those voice actors, mind you, not singers, to get it over with. Take 5 minutes to write more dues than anything else. Watch that money roll in. Reactions, dances, the Nationals. Market that video. Make that merch. Make everybody hate it as quickly as possible.
Grandma shark do-do-do-do-do.
Songs have structures for a reason. Verses put anticipation for the choruses. Bridges set up choruses. Here's a great song about sharks. It's formatted as a verse, chorus, bridge 1, bridge 2, chorus. Baby Shark is just one big refrain, or every line is a chorus. I think it looks like this. Or this. Whatever it is, its lack of variation wore it out in record time. One listen is like hearing one song's chorus 5 times, and without the breaks, that one listen is too many. Hell, this one acknowledgement of it is too much. Fuck Baby Shark. Run away. Glad that's over. Now let's talk about more dishonorable mentions than ever. Not a good year.
You say I'm loved.
God, this is like Adele's worst song. Literally. God.
So will you love?
For a lame-o sad sack attempt at a boohoo love is hard song, I actually didn't immediately hate it. What I will always hate is Lewis's confused, erratic singing.
I'm going under.
Never heard a Scottish guy sound Eastern European. Or like Chris Daughtry. Good thing nobody hates this song, or Lewis would never get work again. What a shame.
I'm no good at goodbyes.
What a perfect 6 out of 10 song for Post Malone. If only it was just his song.
My argument possessive, it got you precise.
Holy crap, T-Pain's autotune broke free and became sentient. Old man decided his voice wasn't enough of an instrument, so he turned himself into a keyboard.
Gonna do the two-step.
It's awfully weird for me to talk about so much country music on one worst list, especially the biggest country song of the year. Usually, I talk about stuff like Old Town Road, which absolutely isn't a country song. I ask one thing of this world, and it's to try to not be so transparently hypocritical. Whether you think either of these do or do not qualify as country music, we have to set the standard that they're both the same thing. If you think Old Town Road is not country, The Get Up is not country. Billboard has sullied their own name by rejecting one and supporting another for the genre tag. Maybe to cover their own asses, they allowed Old Town Road to take the #1 record. You know their metrics defy Lil Nas X. There hasn't been a song that's been this popular since the mid-90s, and it's #7 on the decade list. Guess where it is on the Billboard 60th anniversary chart? It's not on it. 600 songs. Billboard won't even sarcastically recognize it. All that's left is The Get Up, which definitely isn't country music. It's an insulting cash grab from a guy with none of the charisma of Lil Nas X. Blanco is using country music like it's a Halloween costume. It's disingenuous and a terrible country music.
Every kind of loss that you can't find.
Wow, country music's trying to kill itself like pop music.
Don't call me later.
Ugly. Ariana Grande had a killer year.
The memories bring back, memories bring back.
Maroon 5 have been going for so long, the only thing they have left to copy are the classics, which are the only thing that have been going longer than Maroon 5's career.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here tonight.
For a Maroon 5 song, this is pretty ignorable, and their run is coming to an end. Adam sounds like his voice is eroding. Very important to keep proper clarinet maintenance, kids. Maybe their reign of terror is coming to an... fuck everything. This song is the proof that pop radio is dead. 3 of my pop stations just played this like it's any other pop song. It's not.
Lose you to love me.
Sometimes I wonder what Julia Michaels is up to.
I gave my all and they all know jealous. I'm old.
Looks like she didn't quit her day job. She's also partially responsible for the other Selena Gomez song on this list, so I'm glad the Dream Team stayed together.
Bust down, Tatiana.
I apologize to the baby for putting sheesh on my so far. This is way, way, way worse. Among the 500 trap songs that breached the top 40, this was easily the worst. Well, other than My Boy.
Like Keanu Reeves.
When Logic's kids grow up and ask him about his career, do you think he's going to tell them the truth about how he was the lamest rapper to ever pick up a microphone? Hopefully the family profession will die with the dad.
Wake up in the sky.
I don't know if I should be concerned because Bruno has never sounded so bad, or proud that he deliberately sabotaged this shitty song on purpose.
How do you sleep when you lie to me?
So am I like the only person who can hear that frequency? Because that's like a human dog whistle. Who would even... You know what? I'm tired of asking. Sam Smith hates us. That's what you should draw from this worst list.
Taki Taki.
I did a lot of soul searching about this, and I ultimately decided it was in the wrong spot. Reggaeton isn't something I understand or even have to listen to ever. When the song is just a horrible drop, god-awful performances across the board, and the definitive genre failure for a given year, it couldn't be #2. Because it's actually #1.
Taki Taki. Taki Taki.
In a year where pop music lost its identity, radio tried absolutely anything. Country music showed up. Billie Eilish became a household name, and one reggaeton song wandered its way to airplay. Why? 75% of the artists involved can sell it in America. It's an FU posse cut. Powerhouse producer, powerhouse contour, powerhouse rapper, and powerhouse pop star. How could it not work? Take every poor element from this list and put it into one song. Earth is a contrived gathering of stars to artificially make them feel better. Knockin' Boots is a meaningless song about sex. Look at Her Now is Selena Gomez. Break Up With Your Girlfriend and Hey Look Ma, I Made It have unredeemable, awful titles. Dancing with a Stranger is recycled scraps, courtesy of Windows XP. Seven Rings just sounds all out terrible, and Baby Shark is dumb as hell too. All you need are abused metaphors and Juice WRLD wouldn't feel left out. Although, metaphors are a little too much for this song to handle. So Taki Taki, the pop song equivalent of shit stew. Let's talk about the actors, best to worst. It's not really Ozuna's fault. He's fine. I'm actually glad. It's better than having the second worst here singing the chorus. Or the third. Everybody loves Press, right? Cardi is just another drop in the strongly over-sexualized and highly annoying female rap boom. Hell, she's the queen of that scene. This is an unrelated single cover of hers. It's hard to say any of them stand out as more terrible than the rest, but it sure won't make Cardi any easier to deal with. Welcome to the Hot Girl Summer. My hatred of her delivery and genre isn't something I can reasonably quantify, but outside of dumb lyrics and quintessential cardables, there's Spanish. Sounds like it's been a little while since she's engaged in her second language. Because it sounds like she is chopping up her words, and I do not need to speak Spanish to know that. Ozuna didn't eviscerate his syllables when he said it, so it seems like the 3 read-throughs before recording that didn't work so hot. Maybe she and Selena could have ran through it a few times before singing it. For all the hate I throw at Selena, I might hate this transparent posturing more than the usual poor singing. It's like if I took this video to inform you about Northeast Ohio history, because I'm equipped to do so, but doing it makes me more of a flat stereotype. Did you know that the Cuyahoga River caught on fire June 26, 1969? And that the Indians haven't won a World Series since 1948? Warren G. Harding was... She sounds like there's a text to Selena Gomez program. You could have her sing Russian if you needed. She's a puppet to the true evil of this song. That would be the only person I had any expectations for. Snake hasn't had the most high charting hits, but the couple he had were pretty great. Turned Down for What was a 2014 honorable mention, and Lean On was on the 2015 list proper. His sound didn't change between the two, and he seemed to be a one-trick pony. I wish. Is this supposed to be an alarm? Or the ringtone you set for those people in your life you hate, like a boss? Certified torture? Cure for hearing? Spite? You get it. I'd actually enjoy hearing the opposite defense for DJ Ratsqueak's production. Again, the fucking snare sounds like a Windows error box sound. He doesn't care. Posse cuts sell, especially after Te Bote. And instead of calling it badly translated Spanish, let's make up words.
Taki Taki, Taki Taki.
You and me, Ozuna. Huge Cleveland Browns fans. I love Sion Taki Taki. I cannot believe that's real. So Such sounds repulsive, is delivered as So Such, and exists to keep mice out of your garage. That's all it's good for. To teach this guy a thing or two, eat the mice, you lazy bones. Thanks for joining me! In 2 weeks, my Christmas list will be premiering. Join the fun! Or watch them now, because it's December 15th and they're live. Please sub and hit that arbitrary bell so you know when the premieres are coming. And maybe I had Tom outtakes. Or not. I'll be able to show them right now. Stand on me. You can do it. Tom! Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's so cute. Look, he's gonna murder me. Oh, stick your fucking claws into my back. Oh.